Hello everyone and welcome to episode 114 of the 10-minute modeling challenge. This week we're going to be modeling low poly swords, and of course it's in the Infansia Discord server, the weekly challenge. Speaking backwards again, but Arvid has posted the new theme and it's low poly swords. No, it's actually swords, but I'm going to be low poly swords. When I grew up I thought it was called swords with a W, so why don't you just say the W, hey? But I've learned recently, pretty much about 5 years ago, 10 years, maybe 20, that it's called swords. So that's what we're going to be modeling. And what better way to do it than to give my low poly characters some swords? If you've been following some of the more recent episodes, I've created about 130 odd little characters called Crisply Characters Mini. And I'm going to give them some swords. They're super low poly, so this is going to be a breeze. I'm going to be modeling them super low poly to go with the characters. Nothing fancy, but I'm going to see how many swords I can get. And you have to guess now. Is it going to be 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 30? Well, pretty sure it's not going to be 30, but let's give it a good go. I also want to give a big thank you to Flynn's Army, who reached out to me because he ported my Pixpal project from Unreal Engine or Unity into Godot 4.1. So I've updated the Pixpal download on my assets download page. You can head that link in the description again and download it, and you'll be able to get the blend file with the correct material and everything set up for emission and reflections and everything like that. And you'll get a Unity 2023.1 project. You get an Unreal Engine 5.3 project because I've updated that one, and you get the Godot 4.1 project, a lot of versions there. One heads up is that the Unreal Engine is the only one that supports the fully reflective surfaces with the environment reflections. Unreal is the only one who supports that out of the box. Unity and Godot do not, so I haven't added that. You could trick it around a little bit in Unity with reflection probes, but it's complicating a little bit more than I wanted to. But head over to infansia.com/assets and give that new version 1.1 a download. It's public domain, CC0, so just go and grab it. So with that said, I'm going to set my timer and model swords. Go, and we're off. Yep, Shift A, and we'll add a cube. Move it to the side, Shift select the character, Control L, link material, so I get the same material. Tab into edit mode, A select everything on the left side. Oh, proportional, why is that one? Off. Scale 0, and then we'll just put like a wood handle here, something like that. And then I'll scale, okay, tab into edit mode, scale it all the way down to here. We'll have to wing it a little bit size-wise, maybe I can resize them afterwards, it's not necessary. And that's probably a good size. Tab into edit mode, and we'll have the pivot point right where the hand would be. So maybe move it up to there and the bottom down to there. And then I'm just going to Shift D to duplicate that on scale on the X-axis, scale on the Y-axis, E to extrude. Shift D to duplicate that one, scale it down, E to extrude. And we'll just do it like a wood sword. It looks like a Minecraft sword or something. And then E to extrude and scale down to 0. And then Control, actually I'll do Control R, yeah, so I can do a loop cut here still. Select the sides here, scale Y 0. And L to select the link, and we've got metal now on this palette texture, so let's bring it down to here, maybe something like that. And that's our first sword with a wood little handle there, simple as. Shift D to duplicate it. Let's make another one. That's 1 minute and 15 seconds. Let's do maybe a metal handle on this one. So I'll move it down G on the left side here to a dull maybe gray metal there. L to select the link, scale on the X-axis, and I'll just do like a little handle here. So E to extrude, S to scale, E to extrude, E to extrude, S to scale, and should we do a little bit of a feature here maybe? So Alt Z, G to there, just make this one a bit different. Alt Z, I've already done that. Scale on the X-axis, L to select the link, scale on the X-axis again, and actually let's just B to box select that one and move it up to there. So that's our second sword, whatever that is, I don't know. We can do a two-handed sword version of this one. I'll just do, I guess, duplicate it, bring that down and up a bit. Should we just make this like a massive sword? Maybe I'll have to rescale these a little bit after getting a little bit out of hand. Ooh. So Control R, loop cut, scale X, and Control R. Should we do some sort of a feature on this one? I don't know. I have no idea what type of swords there are in this world. So, but maybe we should also put a slight feature here. I know I've got some duplicate vertices on these now, so I should probably get rid of those later on. Actually, I'll take these away, and then I'll do I to inset. And should I do Alt E, extrude long face normals? just a little bit, scale it down and scale it on the x-axis, and then just change the color here to slightly more dull and darker. Something else. Yep, why not? Should we move these a little bit as well? There we go, design feature. So that's another sword, whatever that is, have no idea. Should we change this one slightly as well? Scale X. And also I'll grab, I know I could use mirror modifiers, but I'll just do it like this. Alt-D, extrude long face normals, scale Z. Alt-D, extrude long face normals, scale. And Alt-D, extrude long face normals, and scale it down. And I'll do the grip a little bit different as well. Control R, and then just make this one a bit darker. That's it. And we'll do, how am I doing? 620. Okay, let's duplicate this one. It's a bit simpler. We'll do a samurai sword. Yeah, I think so. Alt select the linked. This one, I think I'll have to do Control R, scale on the y-axis, and make it a little bit flatter, scale Z. And I have to remove this, don't need this. Delete faces. F to cap that one, and then we'll just move it down to here. And I don't really remember the shape of a samurai, so I'll have to just try to do, I think they're a little bit bent, very much unlike myself. I don't think I'm bent, too bent anyway, maybe mentally, but let's try it. And actually, why is that flying? I don't know. So we'll do this, and then if I remembered what a samurai sword looked like, it would have been good. Scale X. I'm pretty sure they don't look anything like this. So L, scale X, and G to move it to there. Okay, I have to Alt Z to see through it, and I'm guessing like that. And then we have to bend this whole thing, so Control R, loop cut it, and O for proportional, box select that. Actually, should I rotate? Like, it's just a slight bend, isn't it? G, probably too much. And I think even the handle is a bit bent. Rotate. G. And I am slaughtering this poor samurai sword here. Or katana, is it? Katana. Oh, I've gone down a dangerous path here, I'm pretty sure. Control R, let's put a little edge on it here as well. And Alt select along the edges there. Alt Z to see there. Yeah. Scale X. No, I can't do that. Okay, I'll just make it more shiny here. How am I doing? 4 minutes to go. I spent a lot of time on this. But like, let's do a bit of a pattern maybe here. E to extrude. That's the scale. And oh, it's gonna be difficult to. Okay, I'll have to make them straight. I wanted to like cross hatch them a bit. But let's just do it like this, a little bit simpler. Simpler design, simpler wrap. And we'll just do G to like a matte there. And this is terrible. Grab this one to there. Okay, sorry. Anyone who wanted the proper... Oh, these are way too big. Okay, so I'll have to scale them down. How am I doing? 3 minutes. Okay, scale. Maybe like that size. Control A, apply the scale. There. Scale it down. Control A, apply scale. Scale it down. Control A, apply scale. That one can still be big. All right, so Shift D to duplicate this one. Let's do some sort of a pirate sword or something as well. So maybe they do... How do they look? Okay. Control R, scale on the Y-axis again. And then... Don't they have like 8... Scale, maybe something like that. Scale this one. Scale, and then we'll just do like a I to inset and E to extrude. That's the scale. Alt Z to see through. I'm like just doing this now. And oh yeah, they have like a connection here. This is gonna take time. E to extrude, E to extrude. I'll just have to do it like this. And then side view, Control right click up to here maybe. And then we'll have to connect these. So how should I do this? I'll move this one in a bit. And then we'll move this one to the side a bit. And then select these two, shift select, right click, ta-da, bridge faces. That's it. And E to extrude this one, and Control R, loop cut, and bend that one. And now we have to do something about the sword itself. Alt Z to see through, and we have to bend this one too, right? So I'll just Control R, loop cut it a bit, Control R, and then here I'll move B to select that one, B, and I should have looked at this as well. Rotate, O for proportional, rotate, G, and this is a problem because I don't know what I'm doing. G. G. Okay. G, G, G. All right, maybe a reference would have been good. Scale x-axis, G. 1 minute to go. G. 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 All right, you know what? I have to make it a little bit smaller. I don't know what they look like. Not like this, but never mind. All right. I have to scale it down, it's too big. Scale it down, it should probably be quite small. Control A, apply that one. And now I've got 43 seconds. Let's just do another metal sword then with some more, like, let's do one with some holes in it. L to select the link, scale X, Control R. There we go. I think I've done sword in a long time ago. Now we do I to inset, and we'll do right click, bridge faces here, and suddenly that cuts a hole instead. And then we'll do like this, scale on the Z axis. Okay, I've got individual, period, medium point, scale X. That's it. Okay, 10 seconds. Let's just do I to inset, Alt E to extrude long face normals, Control plus, and put a shiny red metal on there. Ah! All right, so how many swords did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's not great, not great. I did 10 cars in 10 minutes once, but I had a better workflow now. Now I was in panic mode instead. All right, should we put them in the hands then and see what happens? So the pivot point is pretty good. One thing I should do though is, let's save this, Control S. One thing I should definitely do here is remove some duplicates, because if I tab into edit mode and press G on a vert here, well, without proportional, you'll see that I've got like a whole bunch of verts, 4 of them in fact, there. So what I'll do is I'll select all of them, M, and merge by distance, and you see 9 verts here because I had some duplicates here as well. So I have to do these for all of them. I'm going to actually shift select all of these, tab into edit mode, A to select all of them, M by distance, 91 verts removed, so we don't have any duplicates here anymore. Okay, so there we have our swords. Maybe not super impressive with 6, but at least it's 6 more than I had before I started. Maybe we should just put them in this character's hand. This is the Gladiator. And if you're interested in this pack, you can actually either buy it for 20 bucks, where you've got about 130 characters all bunched up into one neat file here with automatic export to Unreal Engine and Godot and Unity. And then this one is just one of the many characters. It's the Gladiator. So head over to infensia.com/assets if you want to either buy it for 20 bucks, or my patrons on the hero tier will be able to download this one included as a nice reward. So you can go over there, join Patreon as well, and just download it instead. But now we're going to stick this in the hand. So I'm going to go, maybe we should name these first of all. So F2 and call this one Sword 01, F2 Sword 02, F2 Sword 03, F2 Sword 04, F2 5, and F2 06. I think I've done swords before in 10-minute modeling challenge. Well, I'm up to episode 114 now, so it's difficult to keep track of them. All right, so first we'll do this sword. I'll Control S to save it again. I'm just gonna enable so I can actually see the armature here. Where is my sword objects? Here they are. So let's make this a child of, and I think I want to change the swords so that they're facing rotate Z90. I think it's better if they're actually facing with the edge that they're going to cut in the forward direction. So Control A, and let's apply that rotation. We'll do the same here. Rotate Z90, Control A, and apply that rotation. Rotate Z90, Control A, apply rotation. Rotate Z90, And I'm actually going to do minus 90 on this one because it needs to have the leading edge going forward there. My wonky samurai sword, Control A. Maybe I can fix it a little bit later. Apply that rotation, and we'll do the same here. Rotate Z90 and then put minus there because it needs to face in the edge direction there, I think. And we'll do Control A, apply rotation, and then this one, rotate Z90, Control A, and apply that one. All right. Now I'm going to make this, I'll add a child of constraint now. So here I'll do constraint add, then we'll do child of, and then here I'm going to pick the armature, and here we're going to pick hand.r, and then we'll do set inverse. Okay, that doesn't work because I need to do, okay, clear inverse, no. Alt G to reset the rotation there, or the location, and Alt R, that wasn't needed. So pretty much, I think we need to just move it into place a little bit. So there and there and there. And I haven't rigged the hands on this one. So these are like Lego hands. They're pretty much always curved like this. So when I control the hands of the character here, you'll see Control Tab into pose mode here. You can see that it's just simple, simple like this. Because I really wanted to keep these characters super simple. The fewer limbs and, well, the same amount of limbs, but the fewer digits. I think fingers are called digits, aren't they? That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll do a little animation as well then. So we shall do, okay, I'll parent them all maybe first. Let's go, and I don't think I can bulk select them, but I can do this actually. Here's a trick. Control Tab into object mode. Select this one, shift select this one, shift select this, shift select this, shift select this, shift select this. So object, constraints, copy constraints to selected object, and then I think I'll just need to Alt G and Alt G, Alt G, Alt G, Alt G, and then I should have I'll do period, and then we'll actually comma, and let's do local. Let's move it out to there and down there. That should do. Next sword, select G and down. Select this one, move it out and down. Next one. That's it. And last one. Simple enough. There we go. So we'll pick the first sword here, and now I'm just going to do a super quick animation. Why is there an extra bone here? I've got a whole bunch of bones here that I don't want. Don't know why I've added a whole bunch of bones. There we go. Now let's do an animation. So I'll go into animation, and here instead of T-pose we'll duplicate this one, and maybe I'll change the size and call this sword action. Let's try it. And this has been a long time since I actually animated in one of these. I'll create a fake user there, start recording the keyframes, and then just let's wing it. Actually, I'll go to 1 here, comma, because we need global again. Lower the pelvis a little bit. Maybe rotate this arm. Actually, he needs to hold it out a little bit as he's prepared. Move this back. And should we rotate Z a little bit? Rotate. Move this leg forward. Rotate Z. And I got this one there. So I'm gonna make him just step forward and swing like a swing. Swing a swing. Rotate Z. All right, there we go. And let's see what we can do here. Let's move forward to this frame, and it's gonna swing, so let's rotate the arm a bit. There we go. It's gonna look hideous, but I'm okay with that. I'm probably not going to keep this animation. I'll probably do them a little bit better. Or maybe I will, if it's cool. Maybe it'll be like a memey, rubbishy, okay one. It's going to look hilarious. Like the Infancia dancing alien that I did once. Maybe lean back, but start going forward. Head down. Should I just do a thrust instead? Or a swing? I don't know yet. rotate Z, rotate. Look on the target, eyes on the target, but mean looking. Is this mean? Okay, so he might just thrust it. How does this look? Okay, so he should G to go back, lift this foot. G to go back. Here we go. And to compensate for the weight, he needs to put his arm forward a bit. And maybe curl forward. Keep that weight centered. Look at the target. Rotate Z. That's good. Okay, he needs to shift his weight over to this leg. Shift this one. Rotate. And probably move back to keep the weight distribution all right. Oh, can't move the collarbone like that. There we go. And then we'll do the next pose here, which is going to be the thrust one. So he should go forward all the way to here. G to move that on, rotate, stamp it down all the way to there, rotate this one. And I don't animate the feet too carefully, just need to make them look a little bit grounded. There we go. And we should do side view, rotate, look up. That arm probably goes back when this one goes forward. If that makes any sense. Rotate, rotate. Alt R to rotate back to default. Rotate. Alt R to rotate that on. Rotate. Rotate. Let's see what we can do. And this needs to go all the way forward to there. And tilt it forward. So he's going to thrust. Apparently that's his move. Wonder what was best, slashing or thrusting? I guess this would be a bit trickier to defend against than a slash would. Then oh, not like that. Rotate Z. Rotate Z. Rotate Z because he needs to look forward. And now we can rotate this one back to there. Rotate Z. That's it. And this arm has got some serious issues. So, but it needs to go back, I think, like this. And this is gonna look probably not so good. Is it? Rotate. All right, but it's still a thrust anyway, so. Okay, and now I've got a problem because I'm animating loads of bones here without, so I need to expand this one. And then we'll select all of these, shift. Okay, I need to expand all of them, I said. 8, select all, summary here, and then shift. Okay, the ones that I haven't, I should have done this a bit better. But these ones that I haven't actually animated, I need to copy them forward because I didn't have that in mind. Shift D to duplicate them to there. This one too, Shift D. Now we have there. Okay, and we should hold this pose a little bit. So I'll go to the top here on the summary, Shift D to duplicate, and then we'll G to move this one. We should add some, maybe actually I'll compress these because it should be a really quick animation. There, and then we need to hold this animation as well. Shift D there as well to there, and the thrust should be super fast. Power move. Poof. And then we should copy this one back onto that frame so it animates back. And if we disable the armature. Okay, he's not actually sticking it forward. Rule number 1, hit your target. How did I get off that much? Oh, I've got double spine here. I've had this problem before that I get 2 spine 1 animations. That's weird. Spine 1, spine 2. Why is there 2 spines here? Need to get rid of one of them. Try again, right click. Have I protected it? No? delete channel. There you go. Don't know why that was there. Now it's a bit better. Not a great animation, but go back to view layer and disable the armature, or hide it. Little stabbing animation. And we can try it with a different sword there. And another one. Ooh, that's a big sword. And then got this one, a katana. Ooh, a failed katana. Here's that pirate sword, and there's whatever that is. So we can actually change, if we go back to the pirate sword there now, and then we'll disable automatic keyframing, and then we'll go into the armature here. And don't we have a pirate? I'm pretty sure we do. So where is he? P, pirate, male, and then we have to hide our gladiator. There we go. There's our pirate with his peg. That's good. And I've got a ninja as well. Let's look here. We've got ninja. So in that case, we have to get the katana. Do this sword, and then let's just do one of the knights. Orange. Should we do the Black Knight? Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. We modeled 6 low poly swords, fixed them up a little bit, and created a child of constraint, stuck it in the hands of the low poly characters, and made a little simple stabbing animation here in the bonus content. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that. And one more time, if you want the characters, go to infensia.com/assets and check them out. It's called the Infensia Crisply Characters Mini. Loads of them, and I'm also creating a cool asset pack that you should check out for all sorts of furniture, and I'm doing exteriors. So anyway, until next week, have a great one, and I'll see you then, and bye for now.